EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Go. Give me that. Sleep grip.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Yeah. 59. Mike the 59. Go.
From the 31, Locke. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
11 yards there, 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 17, Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Hey, box drop. Big grip.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hey, Haywood!
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. 61 Matchbox Lights. Ready.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On third down, here's Lindsey. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Trubisky to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on second and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on third. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let him know. Let him know.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now Cohen. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack by Todd Davis.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stack sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Finding Gabriel complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Let's go.
A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Trubisky now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. This is first and goal from about the 8. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Alpha. Rock it. Fire.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, Delta.
On first and 10, here's Locke. Throw left side complete. It's Lindsey. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Look at me. Door. Be grip.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now it's Trubisky. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, Lindsey, and this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They go back to the air here TT on the last drive. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Alert!
Here's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come on, D. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Hey, man.
Ready?
On first down, Locke. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's second down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But
and he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 60 or 6-6, pull it high. Hey, team 6. Hey, Sam off.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, a run with Lindsey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
all you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A big spot now for the rookie Locke. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad, 1st and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Here we go, here we go. Hey, rock it. Big rip.
Locke now on first down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Locke going to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw. Trubisky on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Bradley Chubb picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Yeah, that's how we do, D.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but it's going to be second down. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
First down, Chicago. Go! 180! 52! Check out!
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf. Hey, Haywood.
Now Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey.
58 Mike. Watch the curl.
Hey, Echo.
58.
5.
Back to throw, Locke. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Set, ready? 30 base. 2 jet bombers. 2 jet bombers. Hey, Alpha. Go.
To throw is Locke. Sanders has it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And his kick is good. He knocks through his third field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Broncos, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases just...
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Nick Vigil. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
It's now 3rd down and
1. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go,
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jerry Hughes just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. All day, dog.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got it. 57 to Mike. Hey, hold.
Allen now looks to throw. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2nd and 5 now. Allen, this will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Kroft, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is now 2. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll... Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw here, Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. This is taken at the 18. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. 5 wide. On the ball.
from midfield. Here's Allen. Throwing the out route and complete. That's McKenzie. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done. Malik Jefferson did a lot of that at the University of Texas, run down ball carriers and put them on the ground. And he played inside linebacker a lot while he was at UT. I like him better outside. A weak side linebacker protected by a defensive line. Let him run, chase, and hit, and you'll get plenty more plays just like that.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now McCoy. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. So now from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. They'll run it with McCoy. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll make it second and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right.
Everyone go.
Pass 85, pass 85. Pass 10. Let's go.
Now Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
Rip left, rip left.
Alert!
52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike.
Bravo!
Check 52's the Mike. Check 52.
Allen now on third and goal. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
That's the way.
Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10.
368! 368!
58, Mike.
I smell fear in that offense.
Now Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. McKenzie now to return it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Allen now on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, Mike Smith. Mike 52.
Here's Allen to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McKenzie. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Brown 80.
52 right here. 52. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off.
Regular.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Orbit. Hey, let's get there.
Hey, tight.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10.
52.
Middle.
Go.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Middle. Monday.
Slam.
To throw, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Isaiah McKenzie in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right. He's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Allen. And the grab by Croft. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Allen gonna throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Alert! Sunday.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Now McCoy, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Strong right.
Passing, it's Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get inside. Let's go.
Hands up. Unity.
Mike, 58, right there. Silver. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Hey, get.
Break it.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Pick up the ball. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The left side completion to Jones. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield and broke down the defender.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
57. Mike, 57.
Alert.
57's the Mike. Watch the
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LeSean McCoy, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike.
From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Ross. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. And Dalton to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
2-2. Move.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, fellas.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. Dalton, 1st and 10. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Shaq Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Jerry Hughes able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Buffalo, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.